Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Taking Weezing to the Top. Last episode, we had 3 sets of losses in a row. This episode, I'm hoping to get 3 sets of wins. Alright, first battle. This is an interesting looking team. Not sure how we open against this at all. Weezing does just taunt the Amoonguss, so we're not overly worried about it. I do think we're just going to go Weezing Slacking. Slacking is now Terra Ghost, so that way it can get around fake outs, close combats, things like that. It does decrease its damage a bit, but we still pick up, we no longer pick up the Amoonguss one-shot, which is something very important to note here. Outside of that, I do think Incineroar is very important. We can intimidate a lot of their threats. Halifin doesn't do fantastic here at all. Hold and Go does average. I think it's a Dragapult game. We have switched out for the Dragapult, just because Dragapult carries so much speed and so much damage. I think that's how we want to play this. I do think the play here is the taunt and the knockoff. Not sure what else we can really do. The Amoonguss goes for Rage Powder, it'll pull our taunt. If it goes for Spore, we will taunt it to stop it. It's Phantom Force. So we know that's targeting Weezing next turn. And if this is going for the Spore, this is now not going to do anything. Now, what we can do here, we could switch into our Incineroar. In fact, we are going to switch into our Incineroar. Oh, no, we're not. Weezing's just going to have to take this to the face. There's no two ways about it. And we are going to go for a burn in this slot. This Dragapult is going to die this turn. If Amoonguss switches, we'll get a burn on something, which it is. And it's the Sneasel, that is fantastic. Phantom Force comes through. It's nowhere near close to a one-shot on Weezing, because Weezing is just that bulky. And they are going to lose their Dragapult right here. Now this next turn, we can now go for the Terra Ghost on Slacking, which will get around any of Weezing's shenanigans. And that is very unfortunate. We are now going to have to double up into this Weezing slot. I actually want to taunt again and actually protect my Slacking. There is nothing Sneasel can do here outside of faking Weezing. Oh, that actually may be what they go for. Double Protect is the play here, just to buy the fake out turn. They could fake out my Weezing and taunt into it to stop me, fake out the Spore. They could also just go for straight up damage, they could go for Rage Powder. There's a lot of options that they have here. Alright, it's just Rage Powder. And it's Taunt Sneasel. There you go. So that means that I'm not going to be able to taunt their Amoonguss. They may not go for that play anymore now that it's been revealed. And if they don't, we stand a chance at one-shotting their Sneasler right now. So this could be the Terra coming through clutch. And I think this will probably give us a game if we do come through with this Terra predict. No, it is just a Rage Powder again. That's okay. We do threaten a lot of damage with this anyway. It was the close combat, so that's really good to see. It should eat its berry now. But we now kill it this turn. We can protect with slacking. There's not a lot this Sneasler really threatens anymore. Amoonguss doesn't get any health back from Regenerator, so this now should just be a kill on the Amoonguss unless it protects. No, it is just a Rage Powder buying one last turn for this Sneasler. It is the taunt. That's honestly fine by me. Down to their last two. The Sneasler doesn't threaten us heaps. Sucker Punch, am I worried about it? Honestly, not overly. I think we just stay in here, and then we switch to Incineroar for an Intimidate. Or we could go Dragapult. We'll go the Incineroar first. They should double into the Weezing this turn, but this will pay dividends, dropping their attack just out a little bit. He went for the Sucker Punch, that's very interesting. I would have imagined that they just bet down on Weezing, which they are now. Gets a crit, that doesn't matter, even if we fall asleep or get paralyzed or something. I think Weezing still has plenty in the tank for this. Another Sludge Bomb into the Sneasler, and we'll actually go for the Fake Out on the King Gambit this turn. No, just cancel the battle. Alright, first win, solid win. See, aggression goes a long way with these teams. I have been considering going choice band slacking and just dropping double edge until we die. The only problem with that is Sucker Punch and Sneasler, so King Gambit and Sneasler just shuts that combo down completely, so not using that yet. There we go, we're starting to climb back up. Alright, Battle 2. This looks like a Tailwind Whimsicott core. Now, a problem we run into is we no longer one-shot Ursalunas, as they now survive us because we don't have the double edge with the Terra Normal. We know that Weezing one-shots Whimsicotts, so that's no big deal. We know that the Intimidate will be good for the Dragonite. The Brambleghast isn't going to get its boost. I wonder how much damage Dragapult actually does. We might try a Dragapult opening against all of this, honestly. If there's a Sylveon, that's gross. Not good for us. Do we want Golden Go for Sylveon? Sylveon will be attacking with normal type attacks anyway, actually, so that doesn't really matter. I do think this is the call we're going with. Now the beauty about the Dragon Darts is if they open with the Whimsicott, we will just double Dragon Dart into whatever's next to it. And we know that we get the one-shot of the Whimsicots as long as they focus on Golden. Golden Go doesn't threaten our Weezing at all. We will just Sludge Bomb. And we're actually going to Phantom Force, I believe. Don't really want to U-turn. I imagine he's gonna... Yeah, I think Phantom Force, and then if we lose Dragapult, we'll be fine the following turn. Because we will be fastest on field, so we will Phantom Force now, and it doesn't matter what they do, that Phantom Force is hitting that slot next turn. Whimsicott can Tailwind, but it will go down. There's a Terra. I imagine this is Terra Steel Golden Go, and it's going to go for the Mega Rain. We will survive with Weezing outside of critical hit. Oh, it's Terra Dark. There you go. So our we could have just gone with the... Oh, this is actually perfect. Because we disappear, they'll set the Tailwind up, and then they'll attack the following turn. So we get this attack off for free. I believe that's choice specs damage. Now we can protect this turn, and then we'll probably Terra Dragon Dart for the following turn, and I think that'll be enough damage to take out this Golden Go. Terra Dark Golden Go is a cool thing to see. Now it's Yosselina, so this is where it gets scary. Imagine that'll be a Blood Moon. Started using Earth Power. Yeah, so Hyper Voice will not hit Dragapult. Now we just saw that we were faster. This should buy us enough time to get out of their tail. They can have their abilities back because their abilities aren't doing anything for them. My Intimidate's not going to do anything here anyway, so it doesn't matter. We should survive a Hyper Voice. Actually, we may not survive the Hyper Voice. We will survive this. Bonk. Now this Hyper Voice will be questionable whether we survive or not. We do. That's throw. Oh, it's not even throw spray. Wow, we did very well to survive all of that. And now we can actually fake out this turn, I think. They can't Terra Normal and they can't Terra Ghost, so we can fake out, take another Make It Rain. This Golden Ghost switches. Whatever's in the back is going to take some huge damage. And now they're out of Tailwind. So, now, we Parting Shot into this, and we part of me that really wants to Phantom Force one more time. But I think we just manually bring in Slacking. Dragapult is now fastest on field, so it is important to save him because his Dragon Darts late game could clean up. So now it's a matter of getting damage on everything else. The Golden Go is switching out, so this is a very good turn for us to get in. So it'll be interesting what it goes from here. Weezing should survive anything thrown at it right now, especially after it's had the neg 1. Now the question is, what do we want to kill? I think the Brambleghast is the priority to take down. They don't have any way to resist any of our moves, so we could go for the Sucker Punch, although then I actually think protecting this turn might be the play, but if we lose Weezing, we're in a lot of trouble. Where are we? Our Pokemon in the back are pretty good. The double up, I think, is the play. It protects the wrong Pokemon. It does Strength Sap. That's okay, because now we can hit it with a knockoff next turn. So they're probably realizing they can't actually attack with it, so they may go for another Strength Sap. So as long as we outspeed, this will be a one-shot. Our damage is ridiculous, and it's a super effective Dark type move. They may switch to Golden Go. They are bringing Golden Go back out. We just can't afford to have them take out our Weezing until Slacking goes down. So it's all down to speeds now. We are faster. We do remove it, so that is great. That is fantastic. Golden Go's on field, we outspeed Golden Go, so we can now just go for the double edge into it. And it honestly doesn't matter what happens from here. I think Dragapult on his own wins from here. Unless it's Choice Scarf Golden Go, but the damage is far too high for it to be Choice Scarf Golden Go. That is the one shot. Ursaluna might Blood Moon now to remove Slacking, or it may even Blood Moon to remove Weezing. But either way, we are sitting quite pretty. Wow, this is very slow Ursaluna. We're faster than it was Weezing. Hyper Voice. Does good damage, does get rid of our Weezing. But I do think from here, it is just over. We're going to play this smart, well, as smart as we can. We're going to fake out. And then switch into our Dragapult. And then we're going to Terra Dragon Dragon Darts. And now I think we're just going to Flare Blitz and Dragon Darts at it. Everyone is faster than this thing. So it's all down to how much damage can this Ursaluna take. It might be the new Assault Vest set that's seen risen in popularity, but we are just physical attackers left, so we should be fine with this cleanup now. Dragapult has performed really well in this match. I do really like Dragapult on this team because Dragapult's ability is Cool Body, which when next to a Weezing that turns off all its abilities, it doesn't really matter if you lose it. Does survive, but it does not survive on purpose. The bulky Ursaluna did very well tanking so many hits. Didn't have the bulk to survive. So very solid game too. Great to have another win on the board. Okay, battle number 3. This is a very interesting team. I never like seeing the Murkrows. Never. Don't have a solid way of dealing with Murkrows. Duraludon. It's annoying. I guess our Annihilate was our main way of dealing with Duraludon. We wear it down other ways though. There's no reason not to open this. Is this a Palafin game? Palafin does have fighting. Palafin could actually do good work against the Duraludon and a few other things. I think this may be a Palafin game, honestly. With slacking as our way to deal with Primarina. We're going to test Palafin out one last time. Now, if Palafin forms before here, we may need to look at removing it. Palafin, while it suits his team very well because it does not need to switch, it doesn't need its ability, it needs to switch to be useful. So, hard to know whether it actually needs to stay here or not. Dragapult suits the team very well, but not so set on health. Oh, this actually isn't too bad. There's a big part of me that just wants to go straight for the Willows from Baxcalibur. And then switch to Incineroar. I do imagine they're going to set the Tailwind up here, but we can instantly start slowing it down. Please don't have Amulet. Yeah, this will probably be a loaded dice set. And it does go for the Earthquake, yeah. This is why I went straight for the Intimidate. We will survive this quite easily. It does set Tailwind, which is fine. And we get I don't know if I actually want to taunt the Murkrow. Maybe I do. I actually think I'm going to go for the knockoff on the Murkrow and protect this turn. We can get rid of the Eviolite, it'll be very easy to deal with later on. I actually think I want to get hit by the Earthquake from Baxcalibur here too. It is a scale shot. That we actually may want to let happen. Because if he scale shots, we can then Flare Blitz into him with Incineroar. I think we can kill the Baxcalibur here. I see no reason why we don't just double into this slot. Foul Play is going to do minimal damage to Weezing. Scale Shot will just proc my Berry, and then once he gets his defense drop, we will then get even more damage off with our Flare Blitz. So I do think this is the play. I looked at Scale Shot Baxcalibur for this team. The problem with Scale Shot Baxcalibur though is, even after a Scale Shot, it doesn't really outspeed a lot. The critical hit, foul play. Okay, sure. Rough, but sure. Very good damage on the Baxcalibur, and now after these 2 chips, that will be a kill. We are going to go for the parting shot into this Typhlosion. There's the Terror, as expected. If we get the parting shot and the Sucker Punch, I do think we're then in another very good spot. Actually, you know what? We can just go into Palafin. Because what can they do? It should foul play into Incineroar. It does set up the Sunny Day. That will be to protect it from my Palafin. But the question is, what do we do? Bank on Palafin. This is a Palafin game, I said. So it's all going to come down to this Palafin. This should do some very good damage. Won't kill it, but it will do good damage. Well, this is very unfortunate. I should have called it and gone for the Ice Punch. I thought about it. Or the Murkrow may just be going for Tailwind. I actually would prefer it if it didn't for Tailwind. Yeah, that is good. Alright, that isn't too bad for us. Or is it? We can turn their abilities off again. Now the question is this a stalwart? I think we get rid of the Murkrow here. We do take that very well. That's really good. This, also really good. Now their Typhlosion is just going to take a lot of damage from us. Two turns of Sunlight and Tailwind left, so I think this is a turn to protect. Actually, I think it is a turn to switch to Incineroar. And to Jet Punch. Frisk, Typhlosion, interesting choice. A lot of people run Blaze because when it takes the Sunlight, well, when it takes a couple of hits and gets low on health, then its Blaze Heat Waves do as much as its Eruptions. If we get a crit, this will kill. Palafin avoids, so that's nice, but I think we're still going to go down to whatever this up element does. This is where it would be nice to have better way of dealing with it. Now, honestly, I imagine they target the Weezing here. Because if you kill Weezing, you then have Slacking only attacking every second turn. So I feel there is some sense in actually protecting this turn. This is also the end of their Heat and their Tailwind. So if I got this right, we stand a chance. If I got this wrong, we don't stand a chance. No, it wasn't much pressure for Slacking. We do survive it. Would have been nice to get the burn off. I do think we protect this turn now, and we try to get the burn. Was into the Slacking. We miss. That's very bad. See, if it was only using Body Press, so if it was like Bandit or something, then we may have standed a chance. But we're not winning this with Weezing in. But not a bad game. If I had called the Typhlosion switch, which I should have, because who was staying against a Palafin when you're locked into Eruption, I could have killed the Murkrow with the Ice Punch, and I think from there it was our game. Well, 2 wins and 1 loss, that is the ratio I like to have. So we will see where that drops us to. And we are in the halfway mark in Great Ball Tier. I will see you all in the next episode.